Hello everyone and welcome to another selfish video of mine where I am going through all of the reports throughout the entire Kingdom Hearts series. Last episode was Birth by Sleep, all of the Xehanort reports. Originally I planned to do all of the games in one video, but I realised when I hit the half an hour mark on just Birth by Sleep, I realised that I didn't want to make this a 2-hour movie. So I've decided to make it 4 different videos, one for each game. So this video will just be Kingdom Hearts 1, next will be 2, and then finally 3. And I realised that last episode I also made an accidental intro of like 5 minutes, which I'm not gonna do this time because that's long. So immediately I'm just gonna stop now on that note and jump straight into it so I don't rant on again. So this is gonna be Kingdom Hearts 1, all of the Ansem's reports. There's a definite important distinguish in between those. Obviously telling very different stories. So Xehanort was definitely showing signs of deterioration into the darkness. So now we're going to look from Ansem's side. So let's get straight into it. So Ansem's report 1. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with people's smiles and respect, but though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. So, sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Isn't that kind of what the princesses of heart are for? That they can't be tainted, unless I'm forgetting something, and there was. Unless they're referring to Kairi, but I think this is still like at the start when Kairi's still fine. So I don't know if apparently he's speaking from example, but I don't know if he's witnessed a Princess of Heart fall to the darkness, or maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. Fill me in the comments if you know something I'm forgetting. Report 2. It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart, cultivate darkness in a pure heart, and both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments cause the test subject's heart to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatment produced no signs of recovery. I confined those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Some time later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What were they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? You kept failed experiments in your basement? Dude! That's pretty cool. It's pretty badass. He just didn't care. As long as he got results. Slaves, captives, hell yeah, do it all. Of course this is referring to the initial creation of the Heartless, I'm assuming. Born of darkness. And are they truly sentient beings? I don't believe Heartless are. I think they basically have a goal to just fight and kill. But maybe they are. Maybe they do think for themselves. Report 3. The shadows that crawl beneath the castle. Are they the people who lost their hearts? Or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond my imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there is no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying underground, even as I write this report. They still need a name. Those who lack hearts. I will call them Heartless. Wow. So imaginative. Yeah, so I was right. That's obviously referring to the creation of the Heartless. And now he's going to go around testing on every single one of them. Wow. This guy really is as desperate as he comes across in Kingdom Hearts 2. Alright, report 4. The Heartless appear in groups, and are multiplying rapidly. I provided them both living and non-living samples. They've responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creature. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the Heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the Heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I'm confident on this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioural principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It's just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? Really? It took you that long to think about that? I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory, considering you're talking about how everyone has them, and as they lose a heart, the Heartless appear. I feel like from process of elimination, you probably could have figured that out. Maybe not. Maybe I'm sort of just portraying my already known knowledge of the entire series on Ansem here, expecting more from him. Maybe not. Maybe so. Report 5. To study the Heartless behaviour, I picked one out for observation. It wriggled its antennae and, as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antennae, I pronounced it wrong, began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I have opened? Oh, Ansem, what have you done? Curiosity killed the cat, my friend. Learn when to stay back. Well, we'll see what Ansem's done now. In report 6, maybe. A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may be the ultimate goal of the Heartless, but what is that energy? I've devised a hypothesis based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart too. The heart of this world. There is no proof, but having felt that immense energy, I am certain that was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts not only from all living creatures, but from the planet itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? Rule it, control it, absorb it? Nothing good. Something you should probably stop. But you're not going to do that, are you, Ansem? You never do until it's too late. Report 7. I'm studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records even mention such a substance. What substance? Was it introduced to this world when I open the door. I wonder how many other such materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow. Just sound like someone else with an X at his name, bud. Might wanna slow it down. But I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. This tiny place, I believe, referring to Radiant Garden. I believe that's where they're all from. I'm pretty confident. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't like what he's thinking here. He's definitely sounding like someone else that we read about yesterday. Or in the last video. But we'll see what path he goes down in Report 8. There is no doubt that the Heartless are deeply connected to the people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mysteries shrouding the heart. As a start, I built a device that artificially creates Heartless. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That just sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, I understand that he obviously doesn't realise how bad they are right now, but still, with the knowledge that they're trying to like absorb hearts, doesn't that just sound like a bad thing to you, dude? Okay. By recreating the conditions that spawn the Heartless naturally, I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine's test run successfully created a Heartless. Yay! That's great, dude. This may be a step toward creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remained distinct for the purpose of the experiment. So I'll mark the ones that are created artificially. I wonder if it's any kind of mark we know. Let's find out, possibly in Report 9. Simply astonishing! Today I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built of material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seemed that by opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest. That of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door I have opened. The king obviously referring to good old Mickey Boy, and the ship, or the vessel, composed of gummy blocks, especially the gummy ship. So this is the first time Ansem and Mickey ever meet. Interesting. Report 10. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of stars in the night sky, and deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The heartless desire those hearts. Born out of darkness in people's hearts, they seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The heartless come from people's hearts, as does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the heartless? I will pursue the answer there and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade, and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of darkness. Why? Why? Like, I know you're curious, but wanting to become all-knowing by diving into darkness, like, come on, dude. You're supposed to be smart, and you're doing this stuff. Use your brain, dude. How do you think this is going to end? Well, we know how it ends, but clearly Ansem hasn't thought ahead. Report 11. Opening the door to the world's heart causes its walls to crumble. These fragments are seen as shooting stars. This explains why these gummy blocks can travel freely to other worlds. I know the catalyst of the collapse, the appearance of the Heartless. However, it will take time to search out the world's doors and to retrieve each heart. Furthermore, the doors can be locked using a keyblade, making the heart forever unattainable. I must take action before the wielder of this key appears in this world. If the princesses and the keyblade are connected, they should resonate. I have chosen a girl, Kyrie. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the keybearer. I shall set her free and observe. Wait. What? Wait. So... Hold on. No, okay. This is my confusion now. This isn't Ansem the Wise. This is the Heartless Ansem. Right. So this is why. Or is it? 'Cause, I don't know. Because I know Ansem obviously built. Ansem the Wise built a machine later on, but that was in Kingdom Hearts 2. So maybe this is Heartless Ansem. Because that would explain him going into the Door of Darkness and his plan and everything. Am I missing something? And this, I've chosen a girl. I don't know if she holds the princess's powers, but I will find out. She may lead me to the keybearer. I shall set her free and observe. Right, so at some point, obviously, Ansem met Kyrie and seen that she was like incredibly pure and full of light and decided to just run with that. She may lead me to the keybearer, which in the end she does, but I shall set her free and observe. What? As an Ansem the Heartless set her free. How does he do that? And how was Kyrie already a prisoner of his? Unless he does this by, like, the dark corridors? I'm really confused. It's that really threw me off. Is there something I'm forgetting? I don't think I know how... Yeah, I don't know how Kyrie got to Destiny Islands. So it obviously has something to do with this. But how did he set her free? I'm really confused. If you know anything, obviously, please do let me know. Try and help me understand this. Wow, that's really thrown me off. Maybe we'll find more. Report 12. The body is gone. The heart should have returned to the Heartless, and yet nothing. This one is unlike any other. Its memories remain, and it is yet to take form of a Heartless. A close eye must be kept on the situation. Much is still unknown. To get to the realm of darkness, one must go through the doors of Kingdom Hearts, the place where the world's hearts connect. Beyond this world is a place in which darkness reigns. Details shall be archived in a separate report. There are many worlds in existence, some of which we know nothing about. The world in which we live, the realm of darkness, the realm of light, and the world in between. Wherein lies true nirvana? Its memories remain. So this is referring to nobodies? Probably referring to more specifically a dusk, because I believe dusks do keep their memories. I'm pretty sure. So maybe that's what it's referring to. Report 3. Where does the body go when it separates from the heart? If the soul remains within the body, it is still considered to be deceased. When the heart returns to the heartless, the physical form disappears. But that is merely true in this world. Perhaps the body exists in another form in another world. If that is the case, then is it possible for one to exist in two worlds? A being that is neither darkness nor light, belonging nowhere, abandoned by its heart, a mere shell of its former self. Yeah, this is definitely referring to no bodies now. Although, not necessarily no bodies, because he doesn't know that they are yet, but he's talking about what we know to be no bodies. The relation between the heart and the body is complex. However, I'm certain that if your self exists here, then by definition, the other cannot truly exist. The other, the one which does not exist, shall be dubbed nobody. There you go. Yeah, so he's also now learned about nobodies as well as heartless. And that goes to the idea of them not existing. They're not truly existing because the heartless is considered the one to exist. Maybe. I don't know. That's interesting. Obviously, lore-wise, everything we knew already. Nothing new there, but very similar in the sense of emotion and feeling similar to the Xehanort reports. It's interesting to learn the sort of the thinking behind everything. Obviously we know the actions, and we come to our own conclusions of the intent behind those actions, but seeing these reports sort of open your eyes a little bit about what the real intent behind these actions were. So similar to Xehanort, or not quite to as much of a grand scale of creating another world, but Ansem's poor decisions, similar to Xehanort, are definitely fueled by curiosity and desire for information, which is a good trait, I guess. It's obviously how you become smarter in a sense, but what has happened to both of these is definitely more of a takeover of curiosity. It's more of blinding them, which leads to their poor decision making. But yeah, lore-wise, everything we know, but it's interesting to learn about the thought behind everything. But obviously in 2 and especially 3, things will definitely get more interesting. Definitely in 3, because that may answer some big questions left by Kingdom Hearts 3, and also maybe some possible references of the future, but I don't know, I haven't read them. That's why I'm doing this now. So up next will be Kingdom Hearts 2 in another video, because it's already a 25-minute video, and I don't, as I said, want it to be an hour and a half of 1, 2 and 3. So next video will be Kingdom Hearts 2, but until then, thanks for watching, have a great day.